Hi everybody, आप सभी को मेरा सादर जय जिनेंद्र. I hope you guys are doing great. So without wasting much time, let's get started with our understanding of today's price action. So let's get started, guys. So today we are going to start our understanding of Bank Nifty instead of starting with stocks first, because yesterday we had a very important discussion and today I want you to learn about day high, day low, okay, and understanding the market structure. Now, if you watch yesterday's video again, you would realize that yesterday we discussed that today the price action is likely to be a sideways day. Now, if you see, we have a proper sideways candle, right? The open is almost equal to the close, which means the buyers and sellers had a very good fight today. Now, why did we do this? Before this breakout, we understood that the market was consolidating, right? And before this consolidation, what happened? There was a big up move in the market. Now, this is how, in most cases, the market moves, right? That there is going to be a big up move. The market will again consolidate. You will see a good fight between buyers and sellers. And then again, the market may continue in its uptrend. So, yesterday, what did we decide? That we are going to be looking for scalping opportunity. So today I am going to teach you the importance of day high and day low in order to do some quick scalping. Now scalping is basically reversal in nature. So today we are going to be focusing on how you can take reversal trades based on day high and day low. Now before we move ahead, ask yourself, is every day high and day low important, or there has to be a certain condition to that? So give yourself maybe a 10-15 seconds, pause the video and think over it. So now let's go to Bank Nifty on a 5 minutes time frame, right? So we are going to today study the price action candle by candle. Okay. So today what happened? If you see, this was the opening candle. Now when we talk about day high and day low, the first 1 hour day high and day low becomes very important. So let's say the first 1 hour day high was this particular candle. Okay, correct? And this was the day low of the first 1 hour. So what happened from day high? Try to understand. So when market went to day high in the morning, it made a new low, right? Because this was the low when the market made a new high. But from this high, market made a new low, which means what? That the day high is a strong supply zone. And what happened from day low? From day low, the market actually made a new high, which means that day low is a strong demand zone. And any which ways, we are expecting a sideways move. Now, this particular day high, day low reversal works best when the previous day was a super trending day. Now, try to understand what happened. From day high, when the market again tested the day high, it formed a bearish pin bar, even though the color of this candle may seem green, but just look at the long wick rejection, which means sellers are strong over here. And look at the big sell-off that happened from this level. Now, the day high, day low reversal, they are very good opportunities for even quick scalps, and they also have high risk to reward if you're able to mark the nearest support and resistance. Also, as we saw that from day low, the market made a new high, right? So when the market again tested the day low, what happened? Again, just look at the beautiful bullish pin bar. Now, when we talk about pin bar candles, okay, these are one of the highest probable setups. Try to understand. They suggest strong rejection, strong buying pressure happening, right? Now, again, try to understand that as soon as there was a bullish pin bar form, you would have got a very quick buying opportunity with a very small SL and gave a very good opportunity as well. So now tell me, will you be doing or looking for a scalping opportunity tomorrow? Will you be looking for a scalping opportunity tomorrow? Well, obviously not. Why? Because today we have seen a range bound market. And remember one thing, when a level is tested multiple times, it becomes weaker. And similarly, if a support is tested multiple times, it becomes weaker as well. So tomorrow, you should rather look for a breakout trading opportunity. Let the market open flat. Let it spend some time. Okay. Importance is let it spend some time. And once it has spent some time, and if it gives a breakout in the late afternoon, it can give a good move either on the upside or either on the downside. But what we want is this particular range to be taken out. So what are the lessons you have learned? Firstly, if yesterday was a trending day, I expect today to be sideways day. Now, if I want to play around with sideways day, I have to mark the day high and the day low of the first 1 hour of the day. Correct. Once you have marked the day high and day low, then look for a bullish pin bar or a bearish pin bar, depending upon the location, whether it is day high or day low. And then you can take these quick scalping opportunities. Now, remember, if you are an option buyer, you don't want to stay in the trade for a longer period of time. You want to enter and exit very, very quickly. Correct. So when the market is inside a particular range, always make sure that you are trading the reversals, and also you are scalping around and not holding on to your trades for way too long, because 70% of the time the market is going to be sideways and inside the range. But when there is a breakout like this, like the previous day, as we were discussing, make sure that you ride the trend. So it's very important for you to know the market structure. Correct. You don't have to know open interest, you don't have to know the future buildup and the other theories, but you have to understand how the buyers and sellers are behaving, how the trend moves. Trend is not going to move like a lift. Okay, it is going to go up, retrace a bit, again going to go up, and especially in an uptrend. Okay, usually the downtrends, no, they are very, very severe, but the uptrends are usually followed by a small pullback and then continuation, right? So this was our understanding of Bank Nifty. Now let's move on to stocks. So the first stock on my radar is Muthoot Finance. Now, you know, the structure which I keep talking about is when the market falls very sharply, we don't want to be a seller, okay, or a buyer in the first pullback, right? We want it to give a proper structure. So as you can see, after forming a good base, it consolidated for a very good amount of time, and now it's given a clear breakout. And if you look at the closing, right, if you look at the closing of Muthoot Finance, it is closed somewhere near all the nearest previous day highs as well as the resistance. So let's go to shorter time frame and let us see if we are able to find a good structure. As you can see, it is also forming a pretty good structure, right, with the buyers inching in higher, right? If you can see, you can also draw a trend line like this, and we can see a good up move in Muthoot Finance. Correct. Now let's go to another stock which is on my radar, which is IOC. Now, one question that everybody has is that, sir, why do we always go for the breakout trading, right? Now, the stock on our radar for today is though Eicher Motors, but I want to give you an example of IOC. Now, we had discussed IOC on the Instagram page, right? That it is consolidating in a tight range, and any breakout from this level can give a good up move. So have this on your radar. Now just look at the move given by IOC. Now you may have a complaint that, sir, this is already moved so high. Don't worry, you don't have to enter if your risk appetite is not supporting you, right? Wait for a proper pullback or a small retracement and then continuation. So you would get a very small stop loss. Now let's have a look at IEX, which we discussed day before yesterday. Now, one may feel that I spoke about this particular stock over here. So you may feel that it's already moved a lot, but try to understand, I saw a small retracement and continuation. Now, after this continuation, the stock has already moved by more than 25%. You just need to know who is stronger, the buyer or seller, and enter when you are seeing a small pullback or retracement, because that would give you a small SL. And similarly, we had also spoken about Adani Port. Let's also have a look at Adani Port. Similar structure. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm not talking about anything new. So if you look at one of our previous videos, we had spoken about Adani Port, right? So Adani Port was consolidating in a tight range. It gave a breakout, and just look at the kind of move we are seeing in Adani Port as well. So just make sure that you are understanding who is the winner. Instead of predicting the market, when it comes to stocks, pick one style of trading. There is no harm in doing reversal trading, but if you are trading stock, I would suggest pick one style of trading. Do not try to mix 2-3 styles. Correct. And that's why in stocks, we talk more about breakout trading. Correct. So another stock which is on my radar is Eicher Motors. Now you will see a similarity in my understanding of Eicher Motors. Okay. Let's have a look at Eicher Motors. Now what is happening in Eicher Motors? If you see, after the fall, right, it was consolidating inside this mother candle. Can you have a look at this green candle? it was consolidating over here and has finally managed to give a breakout, right? And if you see, the auto sector has actually formed a bottom and all the auto stocks are gaining momentum, right? So that's why Eicher Motors is going to be on my buying radar, right? It is a shift in the momentum. Also, if you look closely, what do you see on the chart? That for the previous 4 days, it was consolidating in a tight range. So again, it is nothing but contraction and expansion. So I hope this was helpful. The understanding of Eicher Motors, the price action, mother candle, consolidation, the child candles. Just look at these beautiful child candles, right? Very, very, like very tiny candles. Correct. Let's move on to another stock, which is on my shorting radar, which is again Manappuram Finance. Sorry. So before we move ahead to Manappuram Finance, there is another stock which I want to discuss, which is Dr. Lal Path, right? Now, again, you will see that Dr. Lal Path is in a strong uptrend. However, what happened to this stock was that it started to consolidate inside this particular red candle, right? It was a strong mother bar. It was in this range for a very long time. And recently it was basically forming a good flag and pole structure, right? Now, a closing above this level is a positive sign, and Dr. Lal Path should be on your buying radar. One stock which is on my shorting radar is again the same stock that we have been discussing, is Manappuram Finance, right? If you see, for the last 3 days, now we have been discussing this stock over the past couple of days, but it's not giving us an opportunity. Rather, it is hitting its low again and again. And well, that is a good sign, right? If you see, the support has now been tested 4 times. For the last 4 days, it is having the same low. So any drop below this level can give us a good momentum on the downside. So this was my understanding on stocks. So this time around, we tried to do something different. Instead of talking about the stocks first, we tried to do the index first, because I wanted to teach you a very simple concept of the importance of day high and day low. So with that note, thank you so much, guys. And अगर अच्छा लगा तो like करिए, share करिए, subscribe जरूर करिए, and let us know in the comment section as to what are you expecting from us on the weekend, because we still haven't started with our learning series. So your suggestion would really help us to filter that out. Okay, we are new in this journey and we need all your help and support. So with that note, again, thank you so much, guys.